All right, well, hello everyone. To our first-time guests, welcome, and to those who came back for more of our real-world financial advice, welcome back. My name is Daniel Leitner, and I'm a financial advisor here with Hendricks Wealth and Estate Management, and I will be the one guiding us today on our journey of the Parent's Guide to Trump Accounts. Whether you have young children, grandchildren, or you simply want to understand the latest changes in the financial world, this is something worth knowing about. Before we dive too deep into the content for today's presentation, I want to cover who we are at Hendricks Wealth and Estate Management, what we do, and what separates us from other financial advisors you might run into on the street. So we're a team of 8 people who are financial advisors, estate planners, insurance salespeople, and mortgage brokers. We try to offer services in every financial area we can provide so you can have a fully comprehensive financial plan that you know is working together on all sides. We are fiduciaries. What that means is we are required by law to act in our clients' best interests. So we do not sell commission-based products, and the only fee for our services is based on a percentage of the assets we have under management in your accounts. We have no minimums, and we are actively seeking to add new clients who want help investing and building out their financial plan. All right, moving back to the topic for today's presentation, Trump accounts. So whenever a new account type is introduced, the first questions people usually ask are, is this something I should use? How does it compare to what I'm already doing? And does this replace something else? Today, my goal is to answer those questions and help you understand where Trump accounts fit into a broader financial plan for you and your family. As always, our goal at Hendricks is not to chase every new financial product or trend. Our goal is to help families make smart decisions based on their unique circumstances. So what exactly is a Trump account? A Trump account is a new type of investment account designed specifically for children. The idea behind the account is simple. It gets the next generation investing early. We know that time is one of the most powerful tools investors have. A dollar invested for decades has the potential to grow significantly because of compound growth. The purpose of this account is to give children a financial head start by creating an investment account that can grow over many years. The important thing to understand is that this is not simply a savings account sitting in cash. The money is intended to be invested for long-term growth. That long investment horizon is really the key feature. The philosophy behind Trump accounts is based on something we discuss frequently with clients. The earlier you start, the easier it becomes to build wealth. A child who begins investing at birth has an incredible advantage compared to someone who waits until their 30s or 40s. The goal is not necessarily that this account solves every financial problem a child will face. Rather, it is another tool that can help families build a foundation. One of the things we like about concepts like this is that it creates an opportunity for parents and grandparents to have conversations with children about saving, investing, and long-term thinking. And as those children grow and mature into our next generation of leaders, they have first-hand experience to see just how beneficial investing and compounding with time in the market can be. Now let's talk about eligibility. Because this is a new program, many families naturally want to know, does my child qualify? And the answer depends on several factors, including the child's birth date and the specific IRS requirements. Parents or legal guardians generally play the role of establishing the account. One important reminder whenever new legislation creates financial accounts like this is that the details matter. Things like contribution limits, investment restrictions, tax treatment, and withdrawal rules are all important. As advisors, our job is to help families understand not only how an account works, but whether it fits into their overall financial strategy. All right, so the core eligibility criteria that the beneficiary of the account must be 17 years or younger for the entire calendar year in which the account is open. The child must have a valid Social Security number. They must be a U.S. citizen, and only one Trump account is permitted per child. Now, a select group of children qualify for a one-time $1,000 deposit into the account from the U.S. Treasury. To qualify, the child must be a U.S. citizen but born between January 1st, 2025 and December 31st, 2028. And the parents or guardians must formally elect to establish the account and claim this deposit using IRS Form 4547. Oh, to be a kid again, right? Mechanically, the account works similarly to other custodial investment accounts. Money is contributed for the benefit of the child. That money is then invested. The investments have the opportunity to grow over time. and eventually the child will gain control of the assets according to the rules established for the account. Now, this creates both an opportunity and a responsibility. The opportunity is that a child can receive a meaningful financial asset. The responsibility is making sure that the account is invested appropriately and used in a way that supports the child's long-term goals. Okay, so now for the details. Once the child turns 18, the account turns into a type of individual retirement account, or IRA. The account can only invest in eligible, broad-based U.S. equity index funds, or ETFs. The idea being that the child can only invest in diversified assets. Almost anyone can contribute to a Trump account, including parents, grandparents, other family members, even friends, employers, or charities. The maximum that can be put into the account in any 1 year is $5,000. But this is nice, the federal government seed contributions do not count against that limit, nor do contributions from philanthropic foundations. One of the biggest reasons accounts like this are interesting is because of compound growth. Let's use a simple example. Imagine you had a child born today, and the U.S. Treasury puts $1,000 into the account as they are a U.S. citizen and qualify. If no other contributions are made to the account, and using the historical average return of the S&P 500 of 10%, then that $1,000 grows to $490,000 by the time the child is age 65. Now, if the child continues to not make any withdrawals or contributions outside of the $1,000 given from the government, the account's value grows to over $1 million at age 73 and over $2 million at age 80. Now, of course, none of that is guaranteed, and past results are not indicative of future performance. I am telling you this example just as a baseline idea of what this account could look like for your child in the future. This long-term compounding is exactly what people like Warren Buffett have so often talked about. It showcases the importance of starting early. The biggest advantage a young investor has is not necessarily picking the perfect investment. It's having time. This is probably one of the biggest questions families will have. Should I use a Trump account or a 529 plan? And the answer is it depends on the goal. A 529 plan is better if the parents are looking to save for education expenses. Why? Because of the tax-free withdrawals a 529 plan offers for qualifying education expenses. A Trump account does still have the ability to be drawn upon penalty-free for qualified higher education costs, but it does not have the tax-free withdrawal benefit of the 529 plan. Now, if you are looking for a tool for your child to build long-term wealth in, a Trump account is the way to go. Once your child turns 18, the account is governed like it is a traditional IRA designed to be an investment account funding the child's future retirement. Based on this, for many families, the answer may not be choosing one account or the other. It will likely come down to the parent's preference on where each dollar is put and eventually spent. And it is worth noting that you can have a 529 plan and a Trump account at the same time. Another comparison is custodial accounts, such as UTMA or UGMA accounts. These accounts have been around for decades. They allow parents or grandparents to invest for a child. However, there are differences regarding taxes, control, and when the child receives access. A benefit of opening an UTMA or UGMA account for the child is that you can gift up to $19,000 per year per child before needing to file a gift tax return. So it has a higher contribution limit. Now, what might be seen as a con of the UTMA or UGMA account compared to the Trump account is that when the child reaches the age of majority, which is typically 18 or 21, then the child receives full access to the funds and they can spend them however they want. Whereas with the Trump accounts, the account turns into an IRA, and there are penalties associated with pulling funds out and using them before age 59 and a half in most cases. Also, UTMA and UGMA accounts are not tax deferred. Taxes on interest, dividends, and capital gains must be paid annually, whereas Trump accounts are tax deferred. What that means is that as the account grows, there is no tax paid on an annual basis until withdrawals, which hopefully start in retirement. Whenever a new financial opportunity comes along, it's important to avoid common mistakes. The first mistake is prioritizing children's accounts ahead of your own financial foundation. A parent's retirement security is one of the greatest gifts they can give their children. The second mistake is opening an account and forgetting about the investments. The account type matters, but what you invest in matters too. The third mistake is assuming every new financial tool belongs in every financial plan. Good financial planning is about matching the tool to the goal. At Hendricks, our approach is simple. We start with your goals, then we evaluate the available tools, then we determine what makes sense within your overall financial plan. So a new account or new investment strategy should never exist in isolation. Your retirement plan, emergency savings, insurance, taxes, estate plan, and investments all should work together. The right answer for one family may not be the right answer for another. The plan we build for you is customized based on what is best for you given your goals and risk tolerances, and that is it. It's as simple as that. If you are considering a Trump account, here are 4 questions I would encourage you to ask to make sure your goals are in alignment with the purpose of the account. First, what is the purpose of this money? Are you saving for education for the child, or a first home, or retirement savings? Second, does it matter to you who controls the account? Third, how does this fit alongside your other financial priorities? And finally, how should the money actually be invested? The account is simply the container. The planning around the account is what creates the value. To wrap up today, the biggest takeaway is this. The most powerful financial tool available to families is time. Trump accounts may become another option for parents and grandparents who want to invest in the next generation. But like any financial decision, the question is not simply, can I open this account? The better question is, does this help accomplish my family's goals? And that's exactly what we do at Hendricks Wealth. We help families make those decisions as part of their comprehensive financial plan. All right, now looking at our upcoming webinars, we have Tom Anderson presenting next Wednesday, July 22nd, about how the SAVE plan is ending and what student loan borrowers should do next. The following Wednesday, July 29th, Jim Hendricks is presenting on financial planning and mortgages, how to be smart. And just a quick reminder that we do these webinars nearly every Wednesday, and they're at 11:30 Central or 12:30 Eastern, depending on your time zone. So that concludes the presentation part of my webinar. At this time, I'm happy to field any questions anyone in the audience has. So thank you so much for your time today. And once again, if you want to sign up for future webinars, you can go to our website, www.hendrickswealth.com, click on our events tab, and sign up there. We'd be happy to have you at any of our upcoming presentations. And if you feel like sending any questions to us, you can also go to info@hendrickswealth.com, send us an email, and we'll be happy to get back in touch with you with an answer to your question. At this time, I don't see any questions coming through, so I'm just going to move right on and say thank you once again for either attending my webinar today or watching this video as a playback, and we hope to see you again soon. Thank you.